Yay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Peasants Strike Back. Um, hey, I need to turn my phone down. Um, so yeah, last time we had, I'm not sure, what would you call what we had last time? Barrel of shenanigans, garbage fire.
Um, a bunch of good fun.
Yes,
Good, clean fun.
a mess. A mess is pretty good. It was very funny. Um, so yeah, we're gonna see if we can get ourselves out of the trouble we've managed to get ourselves into. Um, Before we jump into everything, a couple of new things that we've got on the channel now. You'll notice over in the bottom right hand corner, there's a couple of different ways that you can interact with the story as a viewer now. One of the new ones being the Switch. So for $3 donation, you can award a Switch to any player or the GM. And what that means is that at any point in the game, when someone else is doing something, that player or the game master can say, you know what, switch that action. So, for example, let's say that one of our players here said, I'm going to go, seduce that barmaid. Somebody can say switch, and then they have to do a different action to the barmaid, which can be really funny, really terrible, or sometimes even good. Like when the rogue says, I'm going to go steal that thing that I shouldn't steal, and you go switch. So that's one new thing. Another thing is at the $15 mark, you can introduce a complication into the story. So if you have an idea of how things could be more interesting, or if you just really want to mess with us over here, you can throw in a complication. As long as it is setting appropriate and appropriate in general, we'll use that in the story to make things a little bit more interesting. So it's a couple of new things there. Let's do our player introductions here real quick. I guess we'll start with me, and then we'll go around counterclockwise. So I'm Raven. This is my channel. It's a TTRPG channel for the most part. We've got games on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at the moment, and we'll be adding a new game on Wednesdays probably in the next couple of months, and another show on Sundays here pretty soon. So lots of stuff going on. All the times are in the panel down below, or you can follow me on Twitter. Everybody here, their Twitter is right below their faces. So if you want to follow any of us, you can find us there. So with that, we'll pass it down to Buggy. Tell us a little bit about your character, and then where can we find you on the internet?
Howdy, I'm Buggy. I'm playing Tor, the half-orc militia. You can find me over on Twitter. I'll probably get active on that some point. I stream here on Twitch at team_totem_. Let's have some fun.
Awesome. So it's team_totem_.
Yeah.
There we go. Do a shout out there.
Yes.
Perfect. And then Gwen, tell us a little bit about
Hi.
Ella and what you're up to on the internet.
So I'm Gwen. I'm here a lot. Ella is, well, Ella's the herbalist, and Ella's trying to keep everybody alive. Trying being the key word there.
Good luck, is all I can say to that. All right, and then Noir, tell us a little bit about Holden and where we can find you on the internet.
Hey, whoops. I play Holden Tudyk, the dwarven blacksmith. You can find me, of course, on Twitter at AbstractLex. If you're in the Chicagoland area, if you buy Elbow Room, I'm playing a show there, so come check me out.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about it.
Fantastic. And then last but not least, we've got Joshua, our dungeon master.
Yes, hello. You can find me on Twitter as well. I'm Joshua. I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons related stuff. I have a website, dmondemand.ca. I wrote all of the classes that our players are playing this evening, and those classes will be up on the DM's Guild sometime in the near future. Probably as early as next week. We'll see. Other than that, yeah, you can find me on Twitch. I stream obviously here and on Scraticus's channel, Scraticus Academy. And yeah, absolutely, come follow me on Twitch, engage with me on Twitch. I say Twitch, but I mean Twitter. They both start with a T.
And a
and
W.
and we'll have lots of fun this week. This week I'll be playing the role of everyone that's not our players, including the Warriors of Good Deeds.
Yes, those wonderful warriors of good deeds
Mm-hmm.
we love so much.
Of course. So who wants to give a bit of a recap? Who wants to tell us where we left off?
All right, I'll go. So last time our intrepid non-adventurer heroes here were sitting around in the tavern, lamenting the fact that the warriors of good deeds have basically set up camp in their town. Now, a lot of people would think warriors of good deeds. That sounds like a fantastic, fine, upstanding group of people that would be helpful to a town. However, the amount of collateral damage they tend to cause, not to mention the expensive tabs they've been running without paying, have left most of the town kind of wanting them to get the hell out. So we're lamenting that when they, of course, come in with their arrogant faces and they're a bit of a name mix-up with Holden Tuddick here that became a central part of the plot. And long story short, tried to come up with an idea to kind of get him out of there. It backfired a little bit, and because the idea involved making bad gear for them, they've now set up a new blacksmith shop in town, which is particularly hurtful for Holden here, who is the current blacksmith.
I just really quickly, I kind of forgot about that last part until I looked down at the name of the episode and I got remad.
New blacksmith in town. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is correct.
So I believe when we left off, the warriors of good deeds were off into the hills to go fight some goblins, and we were trying to figure out what the heck we're gonna do.
Correct. So they went off for a 10-day, which is the Forgotten Realms version of a week. And what did you guys get up to for those 10 days? We'll fast forward through them real quickly. But what did you do during those 10 days to either get back to your regular lives without the disturbance of the heroes, or perhaps to prepare for their return?
Ella's repairing her shop. Or building a new one.
Right.
Because it
Right.
burnt
It got burned to
down.
the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're okay with it, Tuddick would have offered to help as well.
Yeah.
You might catch him every now and then just doing some frustrated shadow boxing. But other than that, yeah.
Okay.
I've probably been helping too. I'm sticking with my brother,
We're family.
Holden, my brother.
Moira's probably not.
Two dicks.
Oh. Oh no.
Moira's probably not helping with the shop, not because she doesn't want to, but because she is pretty much useless in construction. So she's probably trying to write some new story songs that just replace the name of the Warriors of Good Deed with another name to protect the innocent, namely her. And probably working on something like that so she can complain about the Warriors of Good Deeds without them realizing that she's talking about them. Hopefully.
Of course. So you guys have a very uneventful 10-day. You rebuild the herbalist shop. You compose some songs, and you generally enjoy the fact that they're gone. Thank God. And it's weird because the week, the 10-day, it goes by like that. You ever have, you know, like you ever go on vacation or something like that, where it's like you wish it lasted forever, but it just feels like it went by in the blink of an eye. That's kind of how this week went.
Great.
And before you know it, the Warriors of Good Deeds, sure enough, are back in town. This time, even more pompous than before because now they've got 2 dozen goblin ears, on their belts, saying, "Look at all the goblins we killed," etc., etc., etc.
Yes, you
And
genocide really good there.
and of course, this leads to them having to celebrate the destruction of the Goblin Hive, which means rounds of drinks for everyone going on their tab that they're not paying for, and and they also say that with the materials that they brought back from the Goblin Mine, they're able to finance the construction of a new, better blacksmith shop, one that they called, for no reason whatsoever, purely random name, Three Dicks Blacksmithery.
I hate everything and everyone.
Uh, and then under the name, there's a little slogan that says "the best blacksmith in town." And then there's another little sign for like next to the door that says "Warriors of Good Deeds approved."
Doing all right there, Holden. That little vein on the top of your head is it's very large.
This is fine. This is okay. I'm okay with this. This is fine. You know why you just walking in circles?
I don't
got
think this.
some herbs here if you need to calm down a bit.
Oh no, I'm calm. I am calm.
Are you sure they're really good herbs?
Oh God.
I mean, what do they even know about blacksmithing in the first place? Is all I'm saying. But you know what? No, this is fine. I'm okay with this.
That's a good question. What do they know about blacksmithing? Maybe you should go over and ask them. They announced that the grand opening of their new blacksmith shop is going to be tomorrow. They're setting up red tape and everything. They're gonna have a big event, for the opening day, and all weapons and armor purchased will be at 15% discount,
Oh,
and they'll be serving red punch throughout the day.
red punch. That's the best color of punch. All
Way better
Well, I
than that
mean-
blue stuff.
right. So I'm gonna look to Tor and the rest of the group. I'm imagining that we're all together. Just having seen this vein of mine that is pulsing, and so out of morbid curiosity, we're gonna check out the new blacksmith shop, right, guys?
Well, I mean, it'd be rude not to go in there and drink up all their punch, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna treat the shit out of their punch.
There you go. There's a good lad.
Order a shield.
All right, so I've got my game plan. Go in, be a little,
Drink up all the punch.
be a little aloof, drink all the punch, and then when they go to get more punch, cause I drank all the punch, I'm gonna drink all that punch too.
Holden,
It sounds
can I be
like the
honest with you real
finest
quick?
plan I can think of.
Holden, can I be honest real quick?
Yes, Tor.
I'm gonna get up, put one arm on put one hand on his shoulder. That's a great goddamn plan.
This is why we're family.
This is what family is for. You know what? I'll drink the punch with you.
Goddamn
Yeah.
right you will. Like I give him a hug and there's like a little bit of sobbing.
It's like I got like nice bro hug with like the one pat on the back.
You two are adorable.
Damn
Yeah,
straight.
that's it.
Goddamn right.
High five.
I can only go so high. I'm a dwarf.
I noticed that and lower my hand a little bit. It's kind of like a down low.
Wow.
At this point, I think Moira is probably pinching the bridge of her nose, but just kind of resigning herself to the fact that what else can we do?
Yeah, Ella's just like,
course.
aww.
Yeah, he's gonna be mumbling to himself the whole time that they're on the way there. Just lots of obscure, profanity.
Of course, of course. So you march across town the next morning to get to this new blacksmith grand opening. You find that there's a nice lineup of people
Mhm.
go around the block. We're all here to see this new blacksmithery.
I'm glaring at all of them. All of them. Like, Samantha, what are you doing here? Like,
Samantha, they're serving punch.
Not for long.
Well, it's like I said, they've been drinking all of our booze here in town, so it seems only fair that, and polite really, that we go drink up all theirs.
Yeah,
Goddamn right.
yeah.
Go make our own tab.
I mean, I could make the punch a slight more relaxing.
But then we won't be able to drink it all.
I need to angry drink.
Ooh, you know what you could do? I don't know why I just slipped into Scottish there, but you know what you could do is you could put something in the punch to make them all throw up. And then the whole
Yeah,
town will think it's
yeah.
all their fault. Nobody will shop at the blacksmith shop.
Let's piss in the punch bowl.
They poisoned the whole. They poisoned the whole town.
No, I've got Ipecac for that.
Whatever it
Well,
is. An itchy cat, whatever you need to put in there to make them all throw up.
No one will shop at a blacksmith with poison punch.
I like the logic. Not to mention, if we use that itchy cat that you were talking about, it'll be more stealthy than pissing in the punch bowl. So you're on to something, Ella.
I'm just saying. What do you want me to roll for that sleight of hand?
For putting something into the punch?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to get into the building first. There's a long lineup. Are you just walking past the lineup and just walking up to the building? Is that what's happening?
I
No,
was,
no.
because I was shaming them as I walked to the front of the door.
Ella's kind
You
of
get-
in line.
Well, okay. You get to the front. You're waiting in line. Is Holden going by himself to the front then? Everyone else is getting in line.
I'll go with them.
Okay.
I think Moira's gonna hang back and just kind of keep an eye on everything.
All right. Holden and
Yeah.
Tor walk up to the front, and there's a gruff-looking half-orc bouncer outside the front door that is, watching the line, and you try to walk up, and he's like, "Well, hold on. You can't just. Don't you see there's a line? This place has a maximum occupancy of 26 people."
Oh, I'm not coming to buy anything. I'm coming to seek employment. I figured an additional blacksmith might be necessary for this brand new shop.
I'm just gonna nod.
Uh-huh. Make a deception check.
Okay. You could have just told me to fail. All right. Deception check. Here we go. -1, baby. An 11. That's not terrible.
All right. it's
I didn't like the
Dude,
sound of it.
if you have an interview, you can wait in line like everybody else.
Wait,
Maximum occupancy 26 people.
there are people in line to work here too?
No, there are people in line here to shop, but if you think I was born yesterday,
All right, man. I'm not gonna fight you on this. And
so
then he just walks.
you just walk past him, try to walk past him.
And Ella's like, hey, I saved your place in mine.
I'm still up there. Can I use the bathroom?
There isn't a bathroom.
What kind of establishment is this
What
then?
kind of blacksmith doesn't have a bathroom?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna like do exactly what
Bathroom is for employees only.
what
Can
blacksmith
Moira?
doesn't have a public bathroom? You don't care about the people's bladder. You
Can
care
Moira-
about your bladder.
You're serving punch with no bathroom?
Whoever
Despicable.
yelled that, I agree.
Can Moira hear this?
Sure. I'm
Okay.
gonna say Holden and Tor are loud enough that Mora can hear this.
A confident
So-
blacksmith could make a chamber pot, no problem.
And I would use it, no problem.
I heard
I-
that Holden Tonic has chamber pots for everyone.
I think Moira, against her better judgment, is going to try to help out and hopefully maybe salvage the situation by playing along. So she's going to just talk to the people around her in the line and like, yeah, I hear they're making people pee in the corner at the shop. It smells horrible in there. Absolutely terrible.
Make
Yes.
a deception check.
Fantastic.
We're going to ruin this place with bathroom rumors, the most deadly weapon in the peasant's arsenal.
Oh my
And
goodness.
can she roll that at advantage? Because Ella's helping.
Because you're helping it? Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, here goes nothing.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
25's on the board.
I think
Yeah.
that's the first time I've ever seen the exact same roll on 5th edition on Roll20.
Oh,
Well,
it happens all the time when I'm in a game.
So a lot of the people in line start saying, no bathroom? What kind of place is this? No bathroom?
No
Pee in the corner? Well, pee in the corner?
I can smell it from here.
They have you waited this long line, and then there's no place to pee.
And there's punch.
I thought
So,
it's a family
Why are they serving
establishment.
punch?
I have a question. Does
Some of the people leave the line.
Daggerford have a rival town? Like this town that just everybody in Daggerford's like, oh, we don't go to that town.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
The closest town to Daggerford is
Sword Chevy.
Nightstone.
I'm so chubby.
Nightstone is the closest town to Daggerford, and Nightstone is just like a small farm village.
Okay.
Uh,
Never mind then.
I don't think they have rivals in that kind of sense. Certainly not. Most, they certainly don't have sports teams that
Oh, no.
play something like that.
We're just like towns that they're competing with for like resources or sales or anything like that.
Most of that is you wouldn't. I don't think you see too much competition between the towns.
Okay.
Probably more. You might have some competition between like some of the organizations that occupy certain towns. Um, make an intelligence history check.
History. Oh, goody.
Hmm.
It's not horrible.
18. On an 18, that would be enough to tell you that there is a presence within Daggerford of the Zentarim, otherwise known as the Black Network. They kind of have a bit of a presence here in Daggerford. The Zentarim are uh, a shadow organization that promotes attaining individual power by any means necessary, not really, survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Okay.
Not believing in a governmental body to control the individuals as much as he who has the power to take something deserves it more. Uh,
So,
so that's the Zentrum, and they have a place in Daggerford, and they are very much rivals with the Xanathar Thieves Guild, which operates in Waterdeep. So there's
Okay.
that. Don't know if that answers your question, but
not exactly. The idea was to say that the blacksmith shop sources their metal from somebody that the town would hate.
uh, actually, it's in truth probably the opposite, because as you're creating this commotion, someone comes out of the shop.
Don't do it.
Are you done peeing in the corner, lad?
It's a dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
a dwarf by the name of Gentry Fohammer.
Do I know J. Tree Fohammer?
Well, you've probably heard of the name.
Oh no.
Uh,
Don't do
Oh,
this. Is he
can I roll
like?
history to see if I've heard of him?
Yeah.
sure.
Can I also jump in on that?
7.
Sure, but you can roll with advantage because you're also a dwarf.
Okay, that's gonna be a hard 10.
Okay,
Loving these rolls.
the DC was only 10. So you haven't heard of a Gentry Fohammer, but you've heard of a Gelrin Fohammer.
Mm-hmm.
Gelrin Fohammer is a famous smith who makes fine weapons and armor
Mm-hmm.
all the way up in Tribor. Gelrin was once named by the king and queen of Citadel Felbar as being the royal armorer of the dwarven kingdoms.
Okay.
And last you heard, Gelrin Fohammer was looking for an apprentice to pass on all that she's known.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the vein popping now.
And it just so happens
Yep.
that apprentice is Gentry Fohammer, who is now here and and operating his own shop in Daggerford.
Yeah, of course.
He says, "What is this commotion about not letting people, having people piss in the corner of my shop? Who started this business?"
Moria's gonna raise her hand and be like, "Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. I heard the rumor. I heard the rumor from Jane Boy's Billy, and I heard that he heard it from I'm drawing a blank on D&D names all of a sudden. From so and so over there at the tavern, and they heard it from their Billy's mother's second cousin. But around there's where the rumor just sort of, kind of, gets hard to trace.
Oh,
Make a deception check.
No whammies.
oh, hammer.
16?
Not bad. Gentry says, well, you can put that rumor to rest right now. We have a fully serviceable facility for urinating, and since there is such a crowd today, I will open it to the public and not just employees only.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir.
Oh, thank God.
Your full hammer. you get Gowan. You know Gowan?
Gilverin taught me everything I know.
Everything.
Everything.
Everything you know. That's so cool.
But of course, I needed my own shop,
Of course.
and
Yes.
the Warriors of Good Deeds were looking to foot the bill of starting up a shop here in Daggerford as long as I put their name on the door.
That's so cool. I mean, I'm also I'm a little I'm a little bit of a blacksmith. I'm a blacksmith. I smith things, blacksmithing things.
Smooth.
Hey, you don't say.
Yeah, I got a shop. Holding to the holding Tuddick's goods. The S fell off. It just says holding Tuddick's good. I'm gonna fix it. I can fix it. I'm gonna make an S.
Oh, well.
I believe what my friend is trying to say is,
Don't embarrass me in front of my friend.
At this point, I notice him talking to him. I'm just gonna just completely fully stand up tall and be like, "That's my brother."
That's my brother.
So,
He's big.
Moira, being the mischievous girl she is, is just going to slowly lean over to Holden and be like, hey, Holden, this is great news. Now when your shop closes down, you have a place to work.
Look, my shop. So
that's just mean.
So Mr. Fullhammer.
Yes.
You wouldn't need a hand, a helping hand, or apprentice help. I can ping.
Make a persuasion check.
Lord, if there were ever a time to roll.
Well, no whammies.
15, my highest roll yet.
Not bad.
Well, don't go celebrating yet, buddy.
Let me have just this moment.
I do have an open internship. Aren't you a little old for apprenticing?
You know, you're only as old as you feel. I feel good. I'm good. You know, I got a good century two in me, but yeah, it's still. I mean, for the full hammer. I mean, I could do that.
Yeah, you dwarves seem to live a long time.
Well, all right then. If you would like to work for Three Dicks Blacksmithery,
Why would you let them name your shop Three Dicks? It's not that there's a problem with it or anything. Full Hammer, that's a good name.
they're paying the bill.
Okay. 3 dicks it is. Like, he's just being mad awkward.
Moira is just trying not to lose it.
Yeah.
Kind of standing back,
Ella's-
letting all this happen, and just
Ella's,
doing this.
Ella's just loving this. And just
Tor still has to pay.
Gentry hands you a broom and says, all right, well, all of these peasants here are dragging in dirt into the shop. You can make yourself useful right now.
And sweet, and not work with you at the forge.
Yeah, it's one thing at a time. Internships have to do a lot. They wear all hats. They're jack of all trades.
yeah, you got time. You're a dwarf. You live long.
I'm so proud of you, brother.
Could you point me to the direction of your punch bowl, please?
Yes, the punch bowl is right next to the forge.
Well, wait a minute
That's
there.
how we keep the punch hot.
Isn't
Hot
the
punch. You're serving hot punch. Okay.
You bet we are.
Mr. Fullhammer, sir? Isn't that punch for customers?
Well, yes.
So
I am paying, Moira. I'm paying attention. And I walk over to the punch.
Holden, that was a good one.
we're
If
just gonna leave
anybody
him
is
alone now.
looking at Holden, he has the punch bowl on one side of him and the broom on the other, and he's getting ready to make a life choice right now.
What kind of life choice is he getting ready to make?
Could potentially work with the full hammer as an intern, which will probably just be sweeping for the rest of his life, and he's aware. Or he could be a proud Tuddick and drink the shit out of this punch and run.
Drink and dash.
I support you either way.
You just see him like down the bowl.
Like he's not even drinking it. He's just like dunking it on himself. I guess maybe a mouthful.
Tuddick's forever, and then he just runs to his shop.
Follow. Wait, brother, I wanted some of that punch.
I'm so sorry, I panicked.
I can tell you're running.
I'm afraid. I don't know why.
You don't gotta run. Please slow down. Jesus. It's been a while since training. Christ.
Just had the fear in me. I'm sorry.
I can tell. You ran away like a kid. What's wrong, Holden?
Excuse me.
It's gonna make me sweet forever.
Holden,
I think you passed up a good opportunity, but your pride's intact.
and you still have your shop.
Right. And if I'm gonna keep my shop, we've got to take down Full Hammer.
Exactly. Let's fuck
Goddamn
this.
warriors.
Holden Tuddick goods. I guess you need to make an S.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make the shit out of that ass.
Now there's the fire. Now
It's
forge
like
with
an
it.
Iron Man montage of him making a metal ass.
So Holden goes home. He starts Iron Man montaging, making a metal S, ting, 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 and like some other stuff. Next morning, he stayed up all night. Next morning, the three of you are standing next to passed out Holden in front of his shop, looking up at the glorious sign that now says Holden Tuddick's
Goods.
goods. Holden Tuddick's goods. And there's a little bit extra that was added on the bottom that says now serving free punch.
What the fuck?
Wait, you're a punch holder?
He doesn't remember writing that bit, but it's there.
Lapis says, "Don't forget to put all your hopes and dreams into the S."
Oh, there's so many hopes and so many dreams. This is really truly a resilient, prideful dwarven S on that shop.
Can I get some of that punch, Holden?
Huh? Oh, I should probably actually get punch if that's on the side.
You could always just, not have free punch.
Now,
It's
Holden,
engraved into the sign.
I begin
Never mind.
working on a glorious asterisk with all my hopes and dreams on it. That says when available.
now, Holden, I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Holden.
A really big sign, guys.
It's a very, very important question, Holden.
Yes.
Do you have a bathroom?
You goddamn right I do. Like slide over, like a finely crafted chamber pot. Like there might be some slooshing as it slides over. You got it. You need it. I got it.
Just check it,
Takes out
because you know that's gonna come
all
up.
three of those.
You know it's gonna come up. You know it's gonna come up, and we're going to have to make sure that you have it. So
Yeah.
Good looking out. There's not a thing
I do what I can.
things have that I won't have.
Well, I mean,
So
That was the S falling off.
The S is finally crafted. The attaching to the side still needs a little bit
Ow!
of work. I was sleeping.
oh, ow! Mountain Dew up the nose.
Oh.
Whew.
so
Moira's awake.
Yep.
I missed.
fix your sign. You're now serving free punch, but it doesn't seem to matter. Your shop has a couple of slow days. Like, the only people who come by your shop are your friends.
You know?
Your friends and Lily Hard Cheese from the Happy Cow. She comes by bringing a large jug of punch at your request.
Thank you, Louie. I think this punch is gonna be the game changer. I think that's really all I'm missing.
She looks around your empty shop and says, "Here's hoping. I hear that new shop is really booming."
I mean, it's new. People like things that are new, but this shop has been here for some time. It's made up of Daggerford, and
That's true. But are you a royal armorer of the Dwarven Citadels?
I mean, I could be if maybe if I apply myself a little bit more, I could do that. I mean, I could go on an adventure and
You could, Holden. I believe in you. If you decided to travel north all the way up to, what do they call it, Citadel, Fobbledygook, I don't know Dwarven names, Citadel Fobbledygook, Fitzalbard, whatever it's called, I'm sure you could convince the king and queen there to name you a royal armorer as well.
Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll do that, Lily.
At the very least, get a certificate that says so.
I mean, that other guy, Gentry, he wasn't named Royal Armorer. He was just trained by the one that was named Royal Armorer. So
Right.
if you actually got named Royal Armorer, that would be a leg up from him.
Lily, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? I give her a big old hug.
Heck, maybe if you just went to Tribor, which is not nearly as far as Citadel Fubaldiwat, maybe you could convince that the person who trained him to train you, and maybe she'll train you better.
Of course she'll train me. Lily, you are just a fountain of great ideas. This changes
Oh,
everything.
they don't call me hard cheese for nothing.
I still don't get that, but I really
It's a halfling saying.
uh, you just like he just like gives her another hug, picks her up, spins her, and he goes, "I'm gonna go tell the guys. I need to go find Tor." And like he starts running, like he's running like Charlie after he gets the game ticket.
Oh God.
Run home, Holden.
I'm gonna beat these 3 dicks. I swear to God.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. I love it. I love it so much.
I need to make a new character. I just died. God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he's just gonna run to find the rest of the group and tell them his master plan.
Okay.
Moira's probably in the tavern.
I'm probably sleeping outside somewhere.
All right, so like I guess I will stumble and find Tor and then bring him to the tavern. Is Ella at the tavern as well?
Ella's Ella's just got done making her potion, so she'll be probably relaxing at the taverns.
Okay.
The tavern.
So he's just gonna kind of like run in Kramer style, like guys, gotta play it.
Well, it better be a good plan.
I know how.
We need these warriors of good deeds out for frickin' town.
This is true, but I also need their blacksmith out of this town, and I think I have the way to do it. I know how. I'm gonna beat these 3 dicks.
Holden, just as a,
Yes.
as a point
Praise
of
him
interest,
there, my friend.
What,
Praise him
you
there.
may not want to say it quite that way. There's another meaning for that.
I'm gonna defeat
Yeah.
these 3 dicks.
It's a little bit better,
March.
but keep working on it. You're doing better. You're making improvement, and that's the important thing.
All right, I know how I'm gonna wrangle these 3 dicks. All right, and this is how it's gonna go down.
That's not any better. I'm sorry.
You know, Tor, you're you're having fun. That's the important part.
God love this.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
We're all 12 apparently. So
Here's how I'm gonna expel these 3 dicks. All right, so
just move on. Just move on, Holden. Just continue with your point. You're not gonna make this any better. Just move on.
Gentry himself is not a royal.
You okay, Gwen?
So
Okay, that's a fair point.
So I need to go to the Citadel, blah, 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 right? And talk to
It's Citadel Felbar.
the Citadel.
I kept butchering it because the halfling in town butchers it, but
Oh yeah,
but-
and he's taking it from her because he's excited.
okay.
So he's
Oh,
taking it.
do you mean the Citadel Felbar?
Yeah, the Citadel, blah blah blah. Just like Archie said. So I go there. I talk to the royalty, and I'm like, check out the stuff I can make. And then they're like, boom, your royal armor. And I'm like, cool. And then I go back to holding Tuddick's goods. And then, like, my store is the winner.
I might see just a slight flaw in your plan there.
What's the flaw?
Well, Holden, you're my friend. And I love you.
I love you too.
But